Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's talk about the two fights we are actually excited for in this weekend's UFC Fight Night: Izzy versus Nasruddin. Yeah, let's start off with the first fight. Mario Silva versus. Yeah, I'm just joking. MVP Shar Bullet. This is second best fight on the card, co-main. I think we're gonna see a fraud check. I think this freaking Shar Bullet guy, his time has come. He's just been beating up cans, and everybody's for some reason is so impressed by. No way, he did a double spinning elbow. I just feel like I'm going crazy. I look at Char Bullet and I go, okay, low key, he ain't that good though. Like I'm just not seeing what everyone else is seeing. I feel like he's just gonna get completely outclassed on the feet. MVP, I think, is the greatest can crusher of all time, but once he came over to the UFC, all of a sudden we saw him just absolutely clown Kevin Holland. That ain't a great one because Kevin Holland is known for just giving up, especially in that fight. But Ian Gary, when MVP and him fought, it was laughable every time it was on the feet. Ian Gary could do literally nothing, legitimately nothing. That's how good MVP is on the feet. And look, I was saying before MVP sucks, but I gotta give it to him, man. He's actually one of the fastest, slickest, most unorthodox strikers there is in the whole UFC. And let's not forget, this fight is at middleweight. MVP is going to have lighter man skill, going to be way faster than Shara because he's a welterweight, and he already had one of the fastest welterweight what do you call it, speeds ever. That was a really good sentence. Good job. But the only way you beat MVP is by wrestling, and Shara has shown he may look like he ever has wrestling. He don't got it. He's just a striker, and if he tries shooting on MVP, that's not gonna go so well. And just his striking, it's not going to be up to snuff with the lighter man skill, and already one of the best skilled in that lower weight class. So is it a finish? I'm not sure, but I think MVP is going to make this Shar Bullet guy just look absolutely silly. I know it's fun to be like, oh, we love the Pirate. He's so cool. Sorry, bud. You're undefeated. Somebody's out has got to go. All right, next fight. Izzy Imavov. Main event. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Well, let's talk about Izzy first. I mean, do you even need to... You know Izzy. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're watching this video. You know who Izzy is. I've never been an Izzy Glazer a day of my life. But he's pretty freaking good, okay? You can't deny that. Stayed on top. Kind of coasted when he's in the championship fights during his quote-unquote prime, but I mean, he's beaten almost everybody, and he's done it very skillfully, especially in his last fight. I think that's one of the best Izzy's we've seen, even though he got finished. Before that finished, it was like, holy shit, he's actually doing what he said he would do. And usually like that 2021 to 23 era when he's just saying, I'm gonna knock this guy's head off, and then just kicks at range for 5 rounds, maybe a pop shot here and there. Like, that's not the Izzy we saw last time. He came out for blood, and unfortunately it didn't go his way, but you know, he still looked super impressive. I mean, his body work, he was setting records for himself, you know, having the highest output he's ever had, and he just looked great. Even his defensive wrestling, I mean, you know, other than when he got finished, he did pretty good. Other than that, Nasruddin Imavov, does he have the skills to knock out Izzy? I don't think so. I think you have to have Pereira power to knock this guy out. Like we saw Dricus. Dude, Dricus is a freaking tank, and he rocked Izzy a couple times, but you got to be Pereira to knock him out. Imavov isn't at that, bro. Well, what about Imavov's wrestling? yeah, it's shit, bro. Just, you gotta tell it how it is, man. You know, Izzy's proven himself. You know, maybe hasn't looked super impressive, but he's always proven himself that he's one of the top dogs. Dude, why is Imavov even here? Let's be honest. 2 fights ago, he fights Cannonier and got the probably one of the worst stoppages of 24. It was like Cannonier's just backing up. Maybe he's a little wobbled, tries to get out of the way, and then the ref just calls it. Absolutely horrible. Kind of a fraudulent win. He might, you know, obviously, I think he was winning. You know, I can't remember. You just remember the stoppage and going, what the hell? But it was, you know, it was a good fight, but wasn't dominating Cannonier by any means. What about his next fight? So he gets this fluky win that really shouldn't even count. And then his next fight against Brendan Allen. Wow. Brendan Allen looked like shit, dude. Brendan Allen literally threw so hard. He totally sold that fight. He won the first round with grappling easily. Easily out-grappled Imavov. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Imavov's grappling isn't that good if you're just getting destroyed by Brendan Allen. Because what did Brendan Allen do the next 2 rounds? Completely dove at his toes for takedowns, and he was outstriking him. He was outstriking Imavov. Brendan freaking Allen, the little woodsman, was outstriking Imavov on the feet, and for some reason decided to shoot the worst takedowns ever, and kept doing them for 10 rounds. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. How, bro? It's horrible. Brendan Allen looked horrible in that fight. That's why Imavov won. It's because Brendan Allen had the worst fight IQ of all time. My point being, Imavov has really fluked his way to somehow fighting Israel Adesanya. I think Izzy's going to put on a masterclass. I think, you know, there's no beef in this fight, which he's had to deal with a lot. I mean, think about it. 4 fights ago was Pereira, MMA 1, then Pereira 2, then Strickland, and then Dricus. All of the most heated matchups he's ever had, and now he's fighting a guy who I don't even know if he can speak English. Well, you know, Alex couldn't either, but point being, there's no bad blood here. He's just here to prove it to himself. And I think he's just going to outclass Imavov, because Imavov's really not proven that he belongs here, in my opinion. Anyway, that's the video. So official predictions, MVP and Adesanya masterclasses. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video ages well. Thank you so much. Have a good one. See ya.